Guys, it's Houston Sports Set back into the video day, and today the Houston Astros lose to the Miami Marlins 5-6, and another spring training loss for the Astros, and now they're down to 10-13. Yeah, that's all right. It's spring training, but the Astros will have another chance today to get a win as they play a doubleheader day, as they will play later on at 5:05. Well, 5:00. I'm currently in Denver, but leaving to go back home, which is Houston, very soon. And probably should be heading to the airport like now. But so if you live in Houston, which I do, but just I'm out of town, the game is at 5:05. But if you live somewhere like where I am right now, Colorado, game starts at 4:05. But the Astros do have a doubleheader day, and the doubleheader is against the Washington Nationals at 5:05. So 6-5 final score today. Astros got off to a great start in this game, but they blew a lead. They were up 3-0 and they were up 5-2, but they blew it. Mainly in the sixth, and then in the seventh and the ninth, they gave up some other runs to in this game. Walk-off home run for the Miami Marlins in this one with a Myers home run to right center. So 6-5 final score. 11 hits for both teams, 1 error for both teams. Win goes to Alvarado. He's 1-0. This spring, he gave up 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Loss goes to McDonald. He's 0-2. He only pitched 2 outs. Well, that's because it was a walk-off. He gave up 1 hit, 1 earned run. That home run had 2 strikeouts. So he was actually pitching really well in that ninth inning before that home run by Myers. So second inning, 3 runs for the Astros. Love to see this. Trey Cabbage with a home run to right. Hensley scored. He has been terrible this spring, but Cabbage you know what? He did hit that home run, but today he was pretty much terrible. He was 1 for 5, but he did hit that home run. He's batting 111 this spring. It's been bad for him. Hensley scores. It's 2-0. Second inning, Jordan Alvarez single to right. Kissinger scored. It's 3-0. Then you have Gordon with a RBI single to left. Jazz Chisholm scored, and former Houston Astro Brian De La Cruz scores. It's 3-2. Mauricio Dubon with the RBI single. Sarko scored, and it's 4-2. Then Jake Myers with the RBI single. Dubon scores, and Hamilton to second. It's 5-2. Then sixth inning, Jake Berger home run 5-3. Chisholm home run to right center 423 feet 5-4. Then Alderman double to center. McCats scored 5-5, and then Myers with a home run to right center for 364 feet. It's 6-5. All right, Astros batting today. Dubon played today instead of Altuve. He played second base and shortstop. He went 2 for 4 with 2 singles. 1 was an RBI, and he's still batting .484 this spring. Luciano replaced him, and he had 1 at bat, and he doubled to left. Jordan Alvarez was 1 for 1 today. He had 2 at-bats. After an injury scare in one of his last games, I think they're trying to take it easy with Jordan, but he had a walk in the first, and he had an RBI single the second. Then he's replaced by Quincy Hamilton, who has 3 at-bats, grounded out and struck out. And in his first at-bat, he had a walk, so 0 for 2 with a walk. Jake Myers was 1 for 4. He's still batting .310 this spring, had an RBI single, and that was it for Jake. He was replaced by Baez, who had 1 at-bat and walked in the ninth inning. Corey Julks went 1 for 5 today, and never left the game. He didn't have an RBI single. He had a ninth inning single to center, bias to second. Will Wagner played third base today and was 1 for 5 with a single to center, and that was it for Will Wagner. David Hensley, no one replaced Will Wagner. David Hensley, another guy who wasn't replaced, David Hensley went 2 for 5 with a single to left and a single to left in the second and fifth, and he wasn't replaced. Trey Cabbage also was not replaced in this ball game. He went 1 for 5 with a home run, and that was it. And then Greg Kissinger was 1 for 1 today, had 1 at bat and doubled to left. And then he was replaced by Sacco, who played second base, and he walked in his first 2 at bats and then struck out in his last. Then Cesar Salazar played catcher today and was 0 for 3, striking out twice and grounding out. Then he was replaced by Palma, who went 0 for 1. Starting pitcher for the Astros, Hunter Brown. This is the most innings that we've seen a starting pitcher pitch for the Astros this spring, and Hunter Brown has been spectacular this spring. He pitched 5 innings, giving up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Josh Hader finally had his first, ick as an Astros pitcher. He's been excellent so far, but he gave up his first runs this spring. He couldn't even get through the 6th inning. Pitched the first 2 outs of the 6th inning, gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 strikeout, and then Wander Saguaro ended up pitching the last out of the 6th and the first 2 outs of the last two outs of the last out of the sixth and then the first two outs of the seventh, and he gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, and then Parker Mashinski came in and pitched the last out of the seventh inning and the eighth inning, and he only gave up 1 walk. He hasn't given up 1 run this spring. He gave up 0 hits, 0 strikeouts, and then we know about McDonald, who pitched the ninth inning and gave up the home run to win the game for the Marlins. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section, and peace out. Go Astros.